Hi, welcome to the small shed. This week after a 6-month break I'm back on the guitar. See you in a minute. Right, now it's time to resurrect the guitar. The bus bunk got in the way and one or two other things, which has meant nothing's been done on it. So I thought it was time to take stock and move on with the next steps. Now I've got to fret the neck, which I will do in another video perhaps. I want to fit all the hardware today just to make sure everything fits and there's no messing around needed before it goes to get any finish on it. And it's time also just to try and remember what's gone on. It's taken me half an hour to find the bits because I'd put some away safely and of course forgotten where. But it's interesting to note this neck has been in here in the shed for that whole time, and the weather has not been that good. It's been through a winter. It has not moved at all. It is as flat as a pancake, and not only has it stayed stable, it still fits nicely. What I've got so far, I have a set of tuners. All of the ironmongery I'm putting on is cheap, nasty Chinese rubbish, and there is a reason for that. This is a work of woodwork rather than a guitar for playing. It's like me learning to drive and being given a Bugatti or a Rolls Royce. It's just total waste, pearls before the swine. You learn to drive on a Fiesta or something like that. That doesn't matter. I work on the basis that the ironmongery for something like a Strat can be swapped very easily, so I can upgrade it at any time I like and it shouldn't be a problem. Whereas I wouldn't want to refinish it again. So what I've got the tuners for the top end. I have got a nut, and that has highlighted a couple of problems, and first of all, I'm not sure that it's a particularly good nut. It's highlighted the fact that the nut itself is about 1 millimetre too narrow for a Strat neck, and it's highlighted the fact that my Strat neck is about 1 millimetre too wide, so therefore I've got about a 2 millimetre error there. And also the slot should be 3 millimeters or thereabouts, and it's actually, I've slightly overcut that as well. It's probably about 3.5, and so the nut would be a little bit loose in there even if it were the right width. What I've done, I've sort of cheated. Before I bottom that slot out properly, I have sent off for some decent Tusk nut blank material, which is both wide enough and 3/16, which is 4.5 mil, so it can then be sanded down so it's a very tight snug fit. So I'll do that when I get round to fretting the neck. So that's the top end. I have got some string trees, which are probably the only thing I won't screw in. I've got some strap lock hangers to put a belt thing on, guitar strap, not into all the terminology. I've got some frets pre-cut. I've also got fret roller and fret wire if I screw up on that at all. I've got the solid hardtail bridge, and I've got some screws to fit it. So I think I've got enough hardware. I've bought a second-hand, taken off a Strat replica or whatever's scratch plate. I have ordered a brand new scratch plate because this one was a little bit scabby around the edges, but again this will give me the chance to find out where it'll need a bit of clearancing. End of the neck needs a little bit of work. It's also confirmed that my bridge position is pretty much there or thereabouts. There's holes that need drilling. I see all the pros who make their guitars drilling holes in for earth wires and things once all the finish is on and everything. Now they know what they're doing, I don't, and therefore the last thing in the world I want to be doing is messing around with an electric drill and drill bits around a finished body. So I'm just going to get on now, screw all these bits on and see how we are, see if it looks anything like a guitar. I've already fitted the neck once, so that's been on. All the holes are there for that. Got the plates for that. But I'll put the rest on and we'll see where we go from there. Centre line being God, I'm just lining everything up with the neck just to make sure that when I put the bridge in, that it's in exactly the right spot side to side, because if it's too far over one side or the other it'll pull all the strings across. So I'm just double checking that that's okay on the centre line, which it is. So that's all lining up nicely. Just putting the scratch plate on with 2 screws because I'm not entirely certain that the holes will coincide on the new scratch plate I'm getting. I've got another one that's damaged that's got slightly different spacing, so I'm just putting a couple in to hold it. I might need to do a little bit of work on the scratch plate as well. I think I just want to take that corner round a bit when I get the proper one, to just loosen that top corner off. And again there, I'm quite close to the curve. Just want the slightest bit of filing on that, just to take that edge. Right, so there we have it. All of the hardware is on except the string trees. I've got to, as I said, just redo the holes when I get the proper scratch plate and fit that, but at least now I know everything's in pretty much the right place. My centre line is still maintained as running right the way down the neck, right into the middle of the bridge. The scale length is at the moment slightly short, but that's because none of the adjusting saddles are slackened off or tightened up, whichever way you look at it, so they can go back to the sort of position that it needs to be at. So that's pretty much it. I'm quite pleased with that so far. Now that's ready for fretting, and then we can start and prep the body for finish. But quite pleased with that. Good afternoon's work. So there we are, we've now got something which is resembling a guitar a little bit more. It's actually in one piece. Quite pleased with that. It's got to get, as I mentioned earlier, fretting done, and then strip it all down and get the body ready for finish, but at least everything fits, and I've got all the list of bits and pieces I need just to finish it off. Some screws and a new nut for it, but hopefully we'll get onto those in a week or two's time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to seeing you next week when we'll be doing something different. I'll see you then. Bye.